October 31, 2011. We are living in a city called Bangalore, India. And a letter arrives. You remember letters with stamps, that kind of thing. And it's a very ominous, official-looking letter. My wife opens it, takes one look, and says, "The sky has fallen on our head." This is an expression in our language meaning disaster. In Queen's English, shit has hit the fan. I immediately, we were married at that time 31 years, and now it's 40 years we are married, and I know what to say. I say, whatever it is, I'm not responsible. And she says, "Be serious. This is terrible. You see, what's happened is this. After 32 years in America, we've gone back. We started a non-profit. We have worked to create 10 schools, 4,500 children from the slums in 3 cities of India. And we think our life's legacy is happening, and so on. And then this letter says, in 20 days, we should close the schools." We say, what? So I go to the person who has signed it, the government inspector, and say, "Sir, what is happening? Oh, please tell me." He says, "You don't have a parking lot." I say, "Our parents and children can't afford a bicycle. Why do we need a parking lot?" He says, "I don't make the laws, sir. This is democracy," and so on. It goes on and on. Then he says, "Go to my big boss and talk to him." And we go to my big boss, his big boss, and I take my wife because people are always much nicer when my wife is with me. And we go there, and I try to explain the whole thing. And the gentleman, the big boss, looks at me and says, he shows me a 600-page tome and says, "Please study this. This is the State Education Act of 2008, and it will tell you why you can't continue." I say, "Sir, you had given us 20 days. I have 2 more days. I don't think there is enough time to read this. Can you tell me this?" He says, "Why are you doing this school thing? Why don't you go back to America and have a good time? I hear everybody there has a good time. And you've come here to do this." I say, "I'll tell you, sir, why I'm doing this. One, I am like one of those kids 70 years ago. And I know the 1 meal per day, no electricity, no, etc., etc. And so I want to do this. And second, free education is emancipation from poverty for us. And third, we provide midday meals, and children, that is the only meal they get, and we pretend not to notice when the children put the food away in their pockets for their siblings at home. Therefore, please, don't close the damn schools." He says, "Please, patience." And then he turns around and he says, "Let me ask you, have you ever run a school?" I said, "No, sir." "Then that's it. You can't run a school." I said, "Sir, I think that's called catch-22. Unless you have run a school, you can't run a school." He says, "Sir, whatever you want to catch, you can catch. But I can't allow you to do this. However, out of the generosity of my heart, I will let you run the school till the end of the academic year, 6 more months. At that time, please close it." I say, "Yes, sir." And I walk out. I go to the bookshop. I buy that 600-page book. And then day and night, I had never studied that well for graduate school even. I study all of it. And one morning, I get 3 days later, at the bottom of this canyon, there is a ray of sunshine, and I see a small footnote, and then we go to work. 6 months, our teachers and everybody working day and night. Final examinations come, the results are published, and would you believe that these children barefoot had achieved a record results, 100% pass. 96% honors. I'm not kidding you. And nothing to do with me or anybody. These kids had done it, teachers had done it, and therefore, just once that happened, from that moment onwards, I went to the big man, and he didn't even say anything. He looked at me and said, "You're a persistent sort of cuss, aren't you?" And he said, "Sir," very respectfully, "here is the letter." And the letter said, according to clause section 3 and so on and so forth, you are permitted until further notice to run the school. Further notice, my foot. Our children have done so well that from 2011 to this day, they have consistently performed this. They are in elite institutions, and one of these days, those children will tell stories here.